Now to a 12 News to I-Team exclusive. What really happened on the bus ride home?
It's a question we've been trying to answer since April after a student at Verrado High School told police she saw members of the school's baseball team sexually assault some of their teammates aboard a school bus.
But no one was ever charged because police say none of the victims wanted to press charges.
So just what happened here? 12 News has obtained video of the incident, and Team 12's Adam Bagney is here with us now. Adam, I know you've been following this story since day one.
Yeah, that's right. And Joe, we wouldn't even have this video if our lawyers didn't get involved. Police did not want to release it to us, and neither did the school district. But we insisted on seeing it ourselves because the allegations were serious and varied widely. We wanted to know the truth, and we found that at least one person on that bus says the incident was life-changing. Screams and laughter as a teen is pinned down aboard a school bus. The footage part of a video that's never been seen publicly until now. This is from April 5th, 2018. Baseball and softball players from Buckeyes Verrado High were on the bus returning home from a game. That's when some of the boys began what the police chief described to us at the time as horsing around. The video was never released to parents and was only obtained by 12 News after we spent months battling the police department for its release. Buckeye PD determining that there were 4 incidents on board worthy of review. In the first, you see a student's mouth is covered while a second boy appears to grab around his pants and waist. Later, another teen's mouth is covered as he's grabbed by 3 of his teammates. He gets up with his clothes looking disheveled. In the third incident, a student covers the camera for 32 seconds. Police noting soon after his hand was removed, a female witness covered her mouth in shock. And in the final incident, a group of students huddles together before turning their attention on a teammate in a window seat. He too is held down, his mouth covered, and when he's finally let go minutes later, his pants are clearly unbuckled.
It happened so fast.
That last incident was the only one witnessed by Sarah Russell, but she says it was a moment that changed her life.
He just covered his mouth and then he just started struggling like crazy.
The now 17-year-old was one of the softball players aboard the bus. She describes what happened as a sexual assault.
When he turned around and pulled up his pants, he made direct eye contact with me. It kind of felt like he was screaming out for help.
Russell and her parents contacted police immediately.
There's been a potential sexual misconduct.
And while she admits she didn't see anyone exposed, she claimed her teammates told her they saw much more.
She saw someone's penis. I do think it went that far.
But perhaps a bigger question is, with all of this happening in the back of the bus, where were the adults? It turns out they weren't very far. A second camera angle shows 3 coaches sitting in the first 2 rows, talking, checking their phones, and never leaving their seats, often while the incidents were happening just a few rows behind them. Investigators concluded victims were held down, their mouths covered, and their pants pulled down as they struggled to get free. Police tried to speak with the students with mixed results. One supposed victim said he didn't feel violated. Another said his teammate tried to touch his penis, but it was just a joke. And some parents declined for their children to be interviewed at all because police identified 2 victims as also suspects. In the end, police ended the investigation because no victim wanted to press charges.
Was it your conclusion that a crime wasn't committed, or just that you didn't have the support of the victims?
There was nothing to indicate to us that a crime had been committed, either through witness statements, through the statements of the people involved, or the videotapes that we were able to obtain from the school.
Buckeye Police Chief Larry Hall told 12 News days after the incident it was a, quote, big cluster of nothing, classifying it as horsing around and tickling, adding that there was, quote, nothing sexual.
What would you have had to have seen in the video to recommend charges without the support of the victims?
We would have had to see some kind of activity that constituted the elements of a crime, and we had nothing to indicate that.
Why would he struggle that much if his, private area wasn't out?
The incident did bring consequences. The Agua Fria School District says 6 players were punished, given 5 to 9 day suspensions. They missed games, and some were even banned from the prom. The school also launched their own investigation, temporarily banning the coaches from campus and barring them from contacting anyone associated with the school pending the results. Ultimately, they concluded their supervision fell short and changed policy, ordering coaches to spread out and sit closer to athletes on future bus rides, but no suspensions or loss of pay. Sarah Russell says she was the one who paid a price.
Got depressed, of course.
After returning from school, Russell says she was threatened, bullied, and shunned, even by her friends. Quote, "You're a stupid piece of expletive, and tell your mom and sister you're all worthless feminists who belong in the kitchen," read one Instagram message. "Don't be mad because you're a JV expletive."
I felt like what I did was the right thing, that I became more of the target.
Ultimately, she withdrew from school and quit the sport she's loved her whole life.
Every time I saw the baseball boys, I got nauseous.
How do you stay strong when you go through something like this?
Just with the support of my family and my close friends that I have. It's just the support they give me. It keeps me going. And the grace of God keeps me going too.
Again, parents were never allowed to see that video. Superintendent Dennis Runyon declined a request for an interview, saying that the school took this seriously, cooperated with police, and addressed the issue. Meantime, head coach Mike Ward resigned in August, citing family reasons. He denied this incident was a factor. Joe?
Thank you so much, Adam. Our investigation doesn't end there. We have an extensive companion piece on our website, 12news.com. If you have a story idea you want the I-Team to look into, you can reach us at connect@12news.com and on our Facebook and Twitter pages as well.